Hey network, how are you doing today? Now we're on to Thor's week. We are done with Black Widow's week, and now we're talking about Thor Spotlight trailer, which came out just yesterday. So in this video, I just want to figure out who Thor is. But let me get on into the video. Before I do that, hit the subscribe button and hit that like button. It most definitely does help out the channel and my happiness. I'm just playing. But anyway, so Thor himself is now being talked about, and I kind of have a couple things I do want to talk about on this trailer and kind of want to bring up. They actually tweeted a couple things which kind of weird and don't kind of add up. So anyway, let me go ahead and hit this play button so we can go ahead and get this thing started. It's kind of like weird. I ain't like weird, but it's like some things like I do have questions about. So there on this the first page actually right here. Okay, so I do have a couple things. So one thing, his title, he's an advisor. Okay, so if you're an advisor, you're not a prince, you're some other. Is he an advisor to the United States? That would be different. But I know in one storyline he was banished from Asgard, and his grandfather was revived and brought him back as an advisor to him. I meant to say Balder. He is the half brother of Thor. So okay, cool. And now they're saying he is also the Prince of Asgard. So I don't know how he's the advisor and a prince at the same time. And then, now this is actually true. Weather manipulation via Mjolnir. He actually is, his power is weather manipulation. He can actually create large thunderstorms with Mjolnir. So that's not anything new. When people think of weather manipulation, you don't just think of lightning and thunder. You actually think of like rain and sunshine and all the stuff that brings in weather. And that was, you know, that is actually his power. And that he can lightning summon. I don't know why you would have to put that, but you know. And then he can also do dimensional travel. Okay, so we know Thor can only do dimensional travel in the MCU with Stormbreaker. I actually looked this up to actually see what his power, like why they put that in there. And in the Ultimate Universe of the Marvel Comics, he can do dimensional travel, and he does have Mjolnir, which they don't understand if it's just Mjolnir or if that is just his natural born ability. But also he does do Mjolnir with the Odin Force. Not Mjolnir, he can also do dimensional travel with Odin Force. Now Odin Force is only passed on from one king of Asgard to the next king of Asgard. Now if you actually want to know what the Odin Force is, the Odin Force is the power that Odin's brothers, they died when they fell from such a great height, and all three of them fell, and Odin was the only one to survive, and they passed on their life force onto him, and they created this thing called the Odin Force, which they have now. And the Odin Force is all powerful. Odin in the comic books, he fought against the Galactus, and you know, he was that powerful. He fought against Galactus himself. But anyway, but they also say in the, you know, like I said in the tweets, that he has the Odin Force, but he's not king, he's the prince. So I don't know what storyline they're pulling from. I see that they're bringing a whole bunch of different things together to create this Avengers storyline, which is cool, but like, what is their direction? How does he have the Odin Force and Odin is still alive and he's a prince of Asgard? A lot of stuff doesn't make sense, but hopefully it does make sense when the game comes out, because I actually want to know how he can do all this dimensional travel and stuff on his own and with Mjolnir. And they actually may bring Stormbreaker in, which would be cool. I didn't think about this, but they actually may do that. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. They brought him up in the MCU, and people are going to talk about that eventually. So Stormbreaker would be like a cool way to, you know, bring in other accessories. Like Tony Stark has different suits, he can have his different weapons, you know what I'm saying? So that'd be cool to do. But let's move on. So these suits, I actually like this one. This is my favorite one right here. I like the look of it. The blue, the blue is amazing. I actually love this one. The fur is fine. I actually like the fur. Fur is kind of cool. It grew on me. I love the shininess of this suit. This looks good. I just wish they'd do some, not comic book ones. I wish they'd do like MCU ones. Just have Thor, you know, be fun, have fun with it. Like do the Thor jacket one in the MCU in game, or use Fat Thor or something. Like, have some fun with it. Don't make it so serious. Don't make it seem like you guys are just making the greatest game of 2020, which I'm pretty sure it won't be, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fun though. But anyway, so let's move on to the next thing. So with this right here, it's nothing new. There's nothing fascinating about this. He's just beating the hell out of some robots, which I don't see why he always use robots. Like, why don't you want to introduce any other enemy types? Like, come on, like I want to see what else you have at this point. I understand you have like freaking robots that need to be fought. I understand it. Like, show us something else, give us something else. But they will actually show new things at the New York Comic-Con coming up this Friday. If you need any more information on that, please pay attention to my channel and look it up on Twitter. On my Twitter, look me up on Twitter. All my links in the descriptions are down below. I will most definitely tweet about this. I will talk about it as much as I can. They're gonna show some stuff that's exclusive to New York Comic-Con. I'm not gonna be there, so if anybody who is watching this video is gonna be there, just, you know, send your boy a video or something so I can see what's going on. But this time to Next Time Network, go watch my last video I did on Black Widow and talked about all of her heroics. But as always, you rule.